Hi Aries, welcome to the channel. Aries the Emperor here, back with another general read for all of my Aries collective. If you guys are new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you'll be notified when your girl goes live or just when I upload in general. You don't want to miss anything around here, okay? Thank you to those of you who do support the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, donate, book personal readings, shop the website. I am still running the special as far as personal reads go. Intention candles, soaps, and oils. AriesTheEmperor.com is the website, okay? And also, for those of you who are wanting to shop jewelry, bracelets, triple A grade gemstones, Otter Spirit. This is the last weekend for you guys to receive the 35% off. Okay, so that code is Aries35. All right, so just be sure to enter that if you're going to shop from otterspirit.com. Okay. All right, you guys, let's jump into it. If you have any questions, my email is down below. You can email me as well. Okay. Hopefully, everyone is well rested. Hopefully everyone got everything they needed to get off of their chest or closed out whatever it is or got whatever confirmation that it is you feel like you may have needed on yesterday or, just in general here, as we have all been dealing with an energy where feelings and emotions are definitely something that are revealing themselves, whether we want to feel them, deal with them, or not. You know what I mean? So let's get into this read. Let's see what messages come out. I'm trying to see where the sun and the moon is. The moon is in Pisces. Ooh. So this could be an energy now, whatever wind someone had underneath their sails, whether that was good wind or bad wind. Okay. I feel like with this Pisces moon here, whatever consequences someone is set out to swim in, this is the energy where they're filling up their swimming pool, whether that's slowly or as fast as someone could. I don't know, like it's giving, every time it's like a spiritual swimming pool. And every time, shade is thrown at you or some type of setup or karmic involvement, as far as when it comes to you, somebody is filling up their water and it's getting to an uncomfortable level type energy here. So let's see what comes out. Messages for the collective spirit. All right, so we have never again and miscommunication, the first two to come out. And I mean, that's to be noted. Mercury retrograde kind of screws everything up. That's beyond our control. But like I said, for the most part with you Aries, I feel like spirit is giving you a very specific type of lens at this point in time. Maybe one that you guys, aren't used to looking out of, but maybe getting used to and enjoying what you're seeing. It may be shocking at first. It may be a lot to take in and to get used to, but you start to feel your way and and you peep everything, and just always remember, what and somebody else may not know. What you see, you may have seen before somebody even their mind has a chance to even catch up and see. So a lot of that tea and information, you got to let people play out in their own lives. You're not a sitting duck, it's not a life or death situation. Hopefully it's not. If it is, then, you call the necessary folks, or you know what I'm saying, or if you can help and that's something you're going to do, then hey, by all means, you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of y'all right now are in this never again type energy. Nevermore, said the Raven. And we're going to use that deck today. Nevermore, never again, hell no, no. The fuck out of here. We can go Italian with it. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Arrivederci, adios. I think that's like goodbye or something like that in Spanish, but we could go either way. as long as they get it. Never again. And it ain't no miscommunication in that. I feel like people would like to throw that in there like, oh, Aries ain't talking to me because of this, or no, I ain't seen Aries because of that, or yeah, I know how Aries is doing. No, you don't. Stop lying. No, no, the fuck you don't. You know what I mean? It's like people are using excuses or still trying to hide behind fog and haze, and it's not working. It's not working. Like my son say, like when the TV, the iPad or something, Mom, it's not working. Like, oh, get your ass on over here and help me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your spirit, yeah, somebody's spiritual guides are ushering them right on out. Like, look, you done met your match, all right. Ooh. I'm getting Aries. Vibe is the realest. I know you feel it. It's a vibe. That's what I'm getting for y'all right now. And it's triggering. You really do have a vibe, okay? You really do have a style. You know what I mean? You really do have motion. You know what I'm saying? This is really triggering for somebody or somebody's, and they would like for there to be some type of miscommunication or some type of misprint and that really not be your name or you really not be chosen, but no. When they printed that out, they double checked it and double checked it to make sure it was right. Because God, Spirit don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? However you look at it, you ain't no mistake. But guess who finding out that they are? Why? Because they love you. And they know this. And it's sickening. Influence and distractions. You really show people. I don't, like to call people weak, but it is what it is. You really pull out the weakness in people. You pull out the dead weeds out there that, can, once you get that out, you gonna be good. You gonna see something pretty blooming out here, like type energy. It's a scary thing seeing you coming. It's triggering seeing you coming is what I'm getting off of this for somebody here. Very loving energy, very hyped up. You know what I'm saying? People love it. People love you. But it's still scary on another tip because you can go rogue. You could be radical. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be very sun-like, or you could be very purpose-like. It just all depends. And then people are picking up, and especially, I feel people are mentally are starting to see, like I said, the lens that you have is not only are you seeing a lot, but it is showing a lot as well to others who may have been stripped of their glasses as well, but they happen to look at shit from a different view, a different point of view. All right, where all their underlying motives may have been their selfish ways, their manic ways, toxic, messy, karmic ways, disrespectful ways. Let's get into the tarot. I'm getting a lot of y'all not finna, y'all done putting y'all energy in a clear, and you done putting your energy in that electric shock ass type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna feel that or have to deal with that, that's gonna be something that you put and lay out there on that table. It's gonna be worth it. Do you hear me? No questions about it. You okay with what is influencing you? And maybe others aren't okay with that. So you gonna notice when others start, wanting to jump on your bandwagon or be a part of your routine, or because a lot of you guys, when you start living your life and doing you, people get to see the real value in you. They get to see, yeah, you got options and fucking good ones. You know what I'm saying? That, you have things that are out here looking out for you, and people want to play. Guess what? You got room to slice them out so you can make room for something else new to make its way, a smooth entrance, a clearance on into your life here, to help you more spiritually grounded, to help you more mentally sane or mentally grounded, or more creative, or just to help, everybody's here and put on this earth for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? You got one. Don't think you don't. You just haven't found it, but you definitely have one. You know what I'm saying here? And that's why the spirit puts you and lets you, kind of do it on your own. And then when things get a little too hectic, that's, when you start to receive your messages, and maybe you need to pull back from this, or maybe you need to move more forward into that. That's what that Two of Swords Libra energy speaks on. What's cutting you out of the things that you need to get closer to, and what do you need to cut out so you can get closer to those things, or away from those things that are hindering you from getting to what you need to get to with this Five of Wands. Oh yeah, you got some people here. Excuse my French. Sorry, not sorry, but you got some people that just need to rot nail. How you mad? You already going to hell with gasoline draws on, and you still got the nerve to be mad at the collective. I don't know how that works. I ain't look at all the cards that are going to come out. They're all just flying out. But Five of Wands, Leo energy here. This could be some toxic Leo you had to cut out, or just one that you're distancing yourself from. This could be a gang of people. This could be more than one person here that you had to isolate. I don't want to say isolate. You had to get away from here, or they're upset, because you're blind to the fact that whatever they're doing, you're blind to it, literally here. You're making your decisions in a sane mind. It's not coming from a place of where you're competing with somebody. So you feel like if you just cut them off, then that alleviates the competition. No, you're not thinking in that mind frame at all. You know what I mean? Somebody has it all wrong with the Five of Pentacles here. Somebody is losing before, they even get started here. And we have the Two of Cups. And this is somebody that calls themselves equal when it comes to you, but very much not so. And like I said, this is somebody that never again. Last time I did this with you, I ended up without so-and-so. I ended up having to take the blame for so-and-so. So I ended up, you know what I mean? No. Hell no. And that's going to trigger a lot of people, but it's going to empower and make you feel so good on the inside doing it. Because that's like when you, it's just like you snapping your fingers and somebody just waking up out of the psychosis or the hypnosis or whatever. Like, words are power, have power. It's spell work. That's why they say the power of the tongue. Watch what you say. You know what I mean? In certain spaces, especially spiritual spaces that you go in, watch what you say, because the veil at this point it's already thin enough, and anybody and anything literally is picking it up. It can intercept it. You think you aiming something here physically, when the spiritual world, like I said, intercept. I'll take that and let me show you what I'm about to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of energy. There's a lot of lack here. There's a lot of odds stacked here. But that's not the lens that you're being given. You're being able to see that. You're seeing it in others. You're seeing it in people. But that is for you to see, and that is for you to move accordingly. Like I said. How do you align with this person or not at all? Because, hell, you triggering people anyways. You might as well do it the right way. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get the bad seeds out the bunch. Three of Swords, Gemini energy. This holiday is going to be very sobering for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And it ain't going to all just be, a happy day. Oh, it ain't just all finna be like that. This is finna be different. You know what I mean? Because everybody is individually having to recalibrate themselves right now. And it's hard if you've been paying attention. People are struggling. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Even for the top dogs, who are the people who call themselves top dogs, in some area of life, baby, it's getting hard. I don't know. Maybe somebody feels like all you need is a little distraction. All you need is a little trigger, and boom, goes the dynamite. You know what I mean? But no, what I say, never again. Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse. No, never again. You're not giving into this. Don't none of this fill you up. Page energy. This is like somebody taunting you about where you work and they ain't even got no damn job. You know what I mean? It's just like, go find you something to do. You can't come over here and make me feel no way. That's what you're doing to somebody right now. Queen of Wands. Aries energy. It's like, do you know what I like to do in my free time? Why you over here thinking you playing with me? Two of Wands, King of Pentacles. Big stomps is what you produce around here. Big dog, big gorillas, big hawk. Who is you coming around here to trigger? Yeah, okay. Have this whole town in a motherfucking frenzy after you get done with it. But you know what? Never again. They don't even deserve that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even, your spiritual guides are saying they don't even deserve that. You see this? Look at this metal. That's for everybody to see. Miles and miles away. Far off the coast. That right there, that's bringing people in. That's what you represent. All right, we have the Death card here. Yeah, this could be like an energy where people are like really, just because you are accepting and whatever, knowing or not knowing, that it is that you are just letting naturally, you know what I'm saying, become of you. It's something that people are realizing. This could be an ego death for you of some sort here, because all of that is necessary for you to ever reach anything, that's ever worth you saying something is purposeful, or you walking in a purpose. You got to let that ego go. You know what I'm saying? And that is, like I said, I've been saying it, and with you, Aries, if one thing about it, you probably one of, if not the number one sign, one of the number one signs where your cycles, you have to start over a lot in life. A lot of y'all, this probably y'all 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th life. You know what I mean? It be like that. Like that, you don't understand how people long and wish that they could even think as far as is recreating or being able to start over a second or third time. You know what I mean? You are the definition of um it's not just one shot. It's gonna be a shot every time you get up and say it. It's a shot. You know what I mean? You gonna go for it. You know, there is, like I said, you deserve to be remembered forever and ever. You know, when people are starting to realize the difference in energies and how people are seen and what it really means to walk in that and to be that versus somebody just calling you that or claiming something. You know what I'm saying? The real emotions are being put into people and smacking their ass and really letting them know and feel. You know what I'm saying? You played around with these emotions. You played around with these people for so long. Well, now you finna feel this shit for real. Okay, this what you call yourself? This what you doing out here walking these streets? Yeah, okay, I'm finna really let you see and feel. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's coming. 7 of Wands. Look at him. Come with me. Yeah, you. It's him and motherfuckers up. You hear me? By the collar. You're out of here. That's why I said whatever negative, whatever poison somebody is spewing out, they better be ready to stand on it. They better be ready to consume it. Okay, if they serving and dishing it out with this Emperor, this Knight of Wands, and this Page of Wands. Because like I said, you's an alchemizing beast. You's an alchemizing fool. You hear me? Out here with these karate chopping spiritual moves. Got the hands, the feet, and the legs to go with it, honey. Wah. However, Aries, they can get it. The Emperor makes that call. And that's you. With the Ace of Pentacles. Spiritual. Right hand man. Right hand woman. I can't make this up. I don't care how I explain it. Spirit gonna get it. Look at this. People's own spiritual demons chasing them. Don't be scared now, motherfucker. You conjured this mess up. And now we all got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Aries, you be looking at people like you know you shouldn't open that. You know better. That's why I said you might be getting, you may be a sign where people will be saying you impulsive, you like to get into trouble, baby, but you like the good trouble. Ha! If that's a kind. You don't like all that shady, that bullshit type of trouble. We don't do that over here. Okay, we know where we sit. And we know what it is to be lit because we sparked that thing first. You know what I'm saying? But they may not. Three of Wands. Sagittarius energy. That's why it's like you open this up and now look. Oh, and what did I say about water earlier? Did I not mention someone's spiritual pool, somebody's spiritual water flooding, and it's getting to an uncomfortable level? I didn't even know this. How would I know this image was even in here? Look at this man on top of this roof. This water shouldn't be that high. You see what I mean? People be talking big shit and be talking a lot of like doing a lot. And whole time, young grasshopper, you should have just fell in line. You're not an influence. Whoever this is, Aries, they not an influence. They a fucking distraction. The moon. Pisces energy. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation which we currently in. Whew. Ooh, let's pull an angel number, y'all. The moon is busy, honey. Let me say that. Where are the angel numbers? Okay. All right, you have number 15. Your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. I am wise, Aries, and you definitely are. All right, I'm going to leave this read here, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. I'll catch you later. Ciao.